Hello from Crewe. Here's Jonathan at the Crewe Heritage Centre, where there's lots of transporty stuff. Well, there's a phone box there, but I guess that's heritage wise as well. There's a little axle here, look, from a train. There you go. I'd have to go up to it to find out which train it was from. But anyways, just going past this bus. We do have a locomotive called the Robert Burns. Turning round. Here we are, the main attraction, the Intercity Advanced Passenger Train. Wow. Look at that. Isn't that marvellous? Look at that tilting mechanism. A similar version of which I believe still exists on the Pendolinos. And what's the other things? The Voyagers. This is where tilting started in Britain. Then we sold it to the Italians, who then gave us it back. You can see the Union Jack, the Union flag there in the distance. So yeah, let's go on board. Now, the one thing that the Pendolinos etc. don't have is a power car in the middle. Is that what that is? Or is that just an unsafe part of the train because it ain't been used for a while? Power car possibly, is it? Let's have a look. Yes. The one flaw in the design, the power car is in the middle, so yeah, you can't really walk through it then, can you? But anyway, let's walk up this way. A lot of exhibitions. Oh look, here's a little model. There's a British Rail, what is that, a guard? A British Rail guard telling this guy in the camouflage, he isn't a hoodie because he ain't got a hood, but no doubt he's telling him off for not having a ticket or something. So it's very apt to have that in this display. Oh, here's some nice Cindy's. And there's a guy looking, well, at the Cindy's. But yeah, thought that looked a bit like this. I could tell just by looking at it, it was going to be doing that. Sorry, I think I've pressed stop there. Look, classic British Rail engineering on the advanced passenger train. Walking through, what's this? Ensure catches engaged. What the hell is that? What the hell is that for? Anyway, it says press button to open door. Obviously not going to open here. Oh, but yeah, buffet and dining car that way. Toilets, yeah. Well, you can get in the toilet, probably because the toilet ain't working. But here, look. I don't know, is this original tartan seats? I mean, it's pretty functional. Oh, that's a bit plasticky as well. Yeah. Is this another power car? There's a sort of basic model of the power car, not very sort of refined, that one. But yeah. I've never done this look. Now you can do it. Oops, damn it, it won't go back. Shit, I may get told off yet. Bollocks. I guess you need an Allen key there to turn it back. Never mind. I've obviously taken some seats out. Possibly in case you want to lie down or something, I don't know. But let's try them. Oops, look at the dust on that. Can you see that dust? Don't know whether you can or not. But let's try the seats. You can't. I was going to say you can't lift the handrail up, but actually you can. Look, a bit like a Rover car. Class of engineering. Let's see if we can find one that isn't. I was going to say almost broken, but it's impossible. It would seem. But yeah, let's try the seat. Oh. Ooh, let's check it's not damp first. It's not, actually. It's not raining in. So yeah, the view from the seat. I'll just pause there. Let me call this part 2 of the APT because I paused when I didn't mean to earlier. But I'll just switch to other camera. Okay, welcome to part 3 of this little tour of the Crewe Heritage Centre. And yes, I'm on the centrepiece, which is the advanced passenger train. So I just talked about these seats that I said I would try out. I don't know if you can see the dust. There isn't much dust this side anyway. As I pointed out, the armrests takes on a different meaning. But never mind. I mean, again, everything's plastic. You know, it's not. It's a weird sort of plastic. It's like what you get in a toy. That is weird. All this sort of plastic in here is not that durable. Let's try the table. The table's not bad. Having said that, I can see it. Look at that. Look at it. I can see the table wobbling about a bit. So you know, you might spill your coffee. I don't know. Yeah, weird. I mean, I have to say the interior is not as durable as you would expect. Talking about the seats, it's definitely quite a bit of lumbar support, definitely. Take a look there, can you see that lumbar support? Hopefully you can. Surely you can. A lot of lumbar support. So, in fact, so much lumbar support. I mean, I've just got out of the car having driven here and yeah, it's possibly a little too much, but it just depends. Of course, you can't adjust the lumbar support either, but generally speaking, not bad seats. The headrests are not quite as high as they should be, maybe, but generally speaking, they're not too bad. I don't know what they'd be like at 140 miles an hour or whatever, 125 anyway. I think it did beat the record, did it not? That has yet to be beaten for the time from London to Glasgow. I have to say though, the carpets as well are a bit like, well, they're like 1970s carpets when I think did start designing this thing in the 70s. But just looking at that look, I mean, you would put your case up there. Plastic. This plastic is not as, can you see that moving? Not as durable as it should be. But I was going to say this bar look, but even this bar look, can you see that moving? But yeah, your luggage wouldn't fall out. So yeah, that's just a little look at the seats, as it were. I'm going to pause now before I go on to part, what is this now, 4 of the recording next. I'm going to show you the toilet next, okay? Just bear with me. Hi, so Jonathan here again. Yeah, so continuing with my tour of the advanced passenger train. So, let's just have a look at the toilet. That's the view that way. That's the view that way. I mean, let's lift the pan won't lift. The lid, sorry, the lift won't. The lift won't lift. I guess they've done that purposely to take it out of commission so as you can't actually have a poo in there. The door itself is a little stiff, but sliding mechanism seems to be okay. Yeah, you press your foot on there for the water, which I have seen in some other trains, but you know, not many these days, hopefully. Now this is good. Please take a paper towel and that any obviously left. That's a lot better than them poxy hand dryers. I mean, look, just talking about that hand dryers on the Pendolinos. And oops, actually, there's still some rubbish in there. If I've got some rubbish in there. Yeah, as I was saying, the hand dryers on the Pendolinos, take it to bog rollers here, mind you. So, yeah, little slats either in the bog rollers here. Guessing there's even a little cigarette ash box there. You don't get that these days. Yeah, the hand towels are a better idea than the the dryers, because dryers don't work half time. Half time the dryers, it's like put your hand under to set it off and it goes zzz, 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 zzz. Yeah, so paper towels are a much better idea. Here we have the British Rail shaving socket, so that's nice. And I'm assuming that would have been a mirror there. Oh, what's this? Yeah, no, but there's an alarm here again. Let's see, I've never done this before. And there you go. Oh no, that one pushes back, the other one I couldn't push. Oops. Oh no, it doesn't now. So there you go. Penalty for improper use, 50 quid. I don't know if that's changed. Yeah, you have a couple of hooks here for your jacket and your bag, jacket and your hat, whatever. Again, loose sort of construction. The lights are still in there, look. 2 lights would have been enough. That's very loose. Jeez, I can't imagine that ever staying up. There you go. Now I don't know what is this thing here. I'm sure the catch is engaged, and this lever. What is this lever for? I'll have to look into that later on Google Land, because fuck knows. Is that for like disconnecting the trailer, the carriage from the next carriage? No idea. Don't know. Yeah. Ooh, bit of a gap there, look. The rain will get in. Yeah. So this is a bit of an exhibition area which I was in earlier, so I'll not dwell here. Yeah, very interesting. Button here to call the guard if you want to call the guard. And here is where the guard would be then. Interesting. Using the public address system. Make sure equipment is not in use or about to be used by another member of the train crew. Catering announcements are made after the guard's announcements. Yes, well, the guard should take priority, I guess. Anyway, some instructions there for the guard on using the address system. There's a defibrillator. Oh no, there wasn't a defibrillator on the train, but there is one in the Signal Box Cafe, and in Tesco's upstairs there's Tesco Extra next door. So I guess a few folks who are looking around these trains are going to be sort of old timers. Here again, look, is this strange, flimsy, plastic roofy stuff. That is ridiculous. Anyway, here is oops, the phone that the guard would have used when needing to call or talk to the, such as the driver, or to make announcements, etc. Yeah. Hello driver, how long do you estimate until we get to, I don't know, which way are we going? Waddington, how long to Waddington Bank Quay? Excellent, I will tell the passengers that. Yeah. Don't know what was here. There's a little button of, there's a little switch, look. I guess that's possibly switch on. What was that? I don't know. Switch on when you need to. Maybe you have to hold that button while you're making announcements. What have we got here? Tilt. Hang on, is this? Would the guard control the tilt? Surely not. We have here, look, tilt off and on. Air conditioning off and on. Oh, these are little spindles, so there would have been a switch on here. So you turn the tilt off, turn the tilt on, turn the tilt off, turn the tilt on. Air conditioning off, air conditioning on. Half lights, full lights. Half lights, full lights. Half lights, full lights. The brake pressure, we've got axle 1 and axle 2. Okay, let's hope you would have an equal amount. I don't know, no, maybe not. It will adjust whichever axle's in front, I don't know. Tilt station active and test. Reset, on, off. Up here we've got alarming, other brake, passenger alarm and something else I can't read in this light. But there you go, a little tour of the, there's no lock on here, can't get locked in, can I now? So we'll get, we'll look at this. The door doesn't shut. Oops, it's that hinge, look, watch. Oh, there, it's shut now. Bit of a loose hinge, yeah. I will say some of the, they only have two, they only had two as well. We could have put one in the middle. There's one there, one there. Should have put one in the middle. British Rail Engineering. Number of buttons here, van lights. Number of buttons, didn't say what for. Nice to have a play around. What's this? Dunno. Right, so I'm guessing possibly this section. I don't know. What would have been in here? Because do you ever have seats in here? I'm thinking this end is probably not accessible for the passenger because this is where the power card is, and then you've got all these, what's it called, all these controls for the tilt and stuff, and all these buttons. These can't be for the passengers. The passengers can't have been allowed in here, surely. So I don't know, maybe this was something else in here. This could have been the storage area and the bikes and the whatnot. Obviously these are passenger doors. You've got a toilet. Well, what's a toilet? These are passenger doors. Guards, compartments, buffet. Ah, this was the buffet car. So this was the buffet car. Buffet and dining cars and guards compartments. So yeah, you always needed a buffet car. Now that would explain as well something in here. Maybe, I don't know. The hot plate in there, look. Bloody hell. Shit. There's a hot plate here. Oh, there was. As it says. I'm assuming there would have had more than one hot plate for the buffet car. I hope I haven't broken this door. No, it's actually better now, better than it was. Great, so thanks for watching. I'm going to pause again for what I can't remember whether it's part 5. I think it's part 5. Jeez, I was getting worried there. Thought that was going to be a Jimmy Savile advert for the age of the train, but it's not. It's something about do not go between the bogie and the body on APT vehicles, as the gap between them may close, i.e. don't put your hand in the tilting part of the train. That's not like Jimmy Savile, because Jimmy Savile will put his hand anywhere. But yeah, we've had a good look around here. The Scottish upholstery. What these little clips are on the top. Do you know, I might even be holding things together. No, surely not. Don't know. Maybe put. Don't know actually whether this place for reserved cards or not. But anyway, thanks for watching. I think that's part 4 of my look around the advanced passenger train. Make sure you tune in for part 5. Bye for now. Yeah, so this is part 5 of my little tour of the advanced passenger train. I was going to get in the driver's cab there. Well, I did, but there's a guy and his little kid in there, so I'll go back. Hopefully it'll be empty in a few minutes, and then I can give you a bit of look around in there. I noticed the lights. You may have noticed the lights on the front of the train going on and off. So obviously there's a switch in there that the little lad was playing with. You can still turn the lights on and off. Just looking at the tilt mechanism. Danger this gap may close. Well, what's going to happen now is it's completely safe, absolutely safe. You can see here the step. Oh, fucking hell! I've got my feet wet. You can still tilt up the step. So presumably they would have had some sort of mechanism to tilt up and down themselves. They would have had, you know, you look in this shaft, presumably you wouldn't have to have someone tie it up and when the step wasn't needed, but who knows. Lots of access hatches, cowlings or whatever you might call them, obviously to the mechanics and all that, which we fiddled with a lot, I'm guessing, while this train was in limited service. It's a little narrow gauge railway here, look, where you can go up and down, giving you a little tour of the advanced passenger train on a little narrow gauge. Don't see any narrow gauges working today. Are these ones? Are they stored shut? Yeah, they are stored. This one is stored shut. This step. Interestingly, it's not stored right up. So I wonder, while the train was travelling along, did that rattle up and down? Good question. Or is it just a bit of wear? Probably because there's no power to keep it up. Not the brake system isn't activated or whatever. This one looks pretty much the same, except not. This one's different. There's a different sort of mechanism here. Now, this isn't the power car. There's something different at either end. So lever up there. There's a bit of a fuse box up there, or whatever it is. Right, well, here is the power car. Not much to see, except obviously to keep giving this a lick of paint, and it's obviously needed. I mean, it's been sat here a while now, hasn't it? Battery is said to be isolator off and on. It's on, apparently, at the minute. So yeah, I've not counted how many carriages you can do that watching my video. But yeah, so power car in the middle, So you're either on one end of the train or you're on the other end of the train in practice, because you cannot walk through. And that's quite a long power car, that, isn't it? Guess it's the same length as the other carriages, but yeah, a bit of a failing in the design that. But I mean, I guess you had to. It was a cutting edge design at the time, and ouch, and it was yeah, obviously going to be refined as things went on. You have here some places to plug your cables in. These cables obviously are plugged in. A lot of cables. So under there into the yoke mechanism, or whatever you would call it. Yeah, it seems very high up the floor level, but I'm guessing it must be the same as modern train. Yeah, so the extra step in case you need, in case you're getting off on the ground steps instead of from the platform, like when maybe it broke down in the countryside. And then just carrying on, have a look at this 48602, and this is, I think this is the end we were at before, whilst on board. So yeah, very nice piece of railway history. I don't know which variant this is, APT E or something. Oh, there we go, we've got the light working there with the British Rail logo in the light. Not strong enough, but even that's a bit flimsy. In here, look, you can see the horn, can you, in this light? It's going a bit nearer. Hopefully you can see the horn in there, maybe. One wiper, obviously. Yeah. So yeah, very nice. I'll just walk back down now the other end and see whether we can get into the driver's cab. It's the end of part 5 of Jonathan's tour of the advanced passenger train. Oh. Just to mention, maybe they need paid £6 because there's no one in the ticket office now. Right, part 6 of the advanced passenger train tour of Jonathan. Now in the driver's cab, and yeah, it's quiet at the minute, but no doubt somebody will come on and have a look before we're out. This is a nice, neat sort of design in case the sun's coming in from the outside on the side. You can block the sun off there, obviously. Just looking at the controls, running initial, and then that's full welt. I don't know what the emergency is, emergency speed or emergency stop. Windscreen wipers, well, it's not going to work. De-icer, bright, dim, bright. Equipment bay lights, right hand headlight, left hand headlight, summit lights, right hand tail light, left hand tail light, main reservoir pipe, brake pressure, don't know what that is, brake meter, during final approach to stopping point, do not select running position of brake controller, auxiliary supply, something default, pass alarm override, something alarm, something speed restrictor, tilt fault. So I guess this light probably used to come on a bit. We've got miles an hour going up to 150. Oh, there's its cousin going past. Wow. In the cab of the advanced passenger train, watching the cousin on its way to London. Whoa. Excellent. So, we've also got a clock. Presumably, drivers would used to get fitted with, or issued with, British Rail watches, but of course you want to know if your train's on time. A digital readout would have been better for that, but there you go. If you could get a digital readout on an Austin Montego, why not on a train that has to be arriving at stations at exact times, or meant to be. That's one side. I don't know if there's two sides you can drive from. Is this all the same? Upstairs, forward and reverse, okay. Loud, high, soft, low, 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 something, all that is AWS reset. Something, cats reset. Case of fire, brake glass and pull handle to full extent. Hopefully that was never needed. And fire alarm test. Here we've got the cab lights, which don't work. But the lights outside were working when I was just out there. But yeah, there you go. It's a CCTV in operation. I guess that means for us, in case we're going to nick bits out of the cab. The door opening mechanism, emergency equipment in there, and there's a load of stuff about treatment for electric shock. That's all very interesting. And a little cupboard there. There's actually some equipment in the bottom there, probably for locking the thing up or whatever at the end of the day. So yeah, there you go, little tour of the advanced passenger train cab. Oh look, you know, we've also got visors up here in case of sun. A bit flimsy, but there they are. A lot of stuff's flimsy on this train. Look at that. You see that moving? All this sort of padding, typical of possibly of cars of the era. But yeah, here's a bit of info about this particular driving cab. Built at Derby in May '78. Testing during the 80s and passenger service from 83 to 85, and then from 85 until withdrawn in 87 was used for testing. So it did run passenger services between 83 and 85. Just holding so you can read a little bit more of that. And there, so I think that was part 5, or was it 6, of my little tour of the advanced passenger train. I'm going to do one more little tour inside the main train, then go and have a look in the power car before it closes. There is a power car on display which I think you can get in the city of Derby. There's one of the cousins going past again, northbound. Just going to look at the power car now. So this is part 7, I believe, of my little tour of the advanced passenger train. So here is the power car. Now there's stuff here about the traction motor. I'm not going to read it all now, I'll read it later. Stuff about the tractive effort. How it all worked underneath. Some more info there. Oops. There you go. But yeah, quite big motors. Oops. Just keep pressing the wrong thing. Quite big motors then. Well, I guess you're going to need big motors for for a thing this size, doing to do with the brakes, maybe stuff, you know. Yeah, shutting brake, putting brake, air tanks, or whatever. Yeah, you're going to need a lot of power to move that big old train at 150 miles an hour. Don't know what weight is. Yeah, this is the power car. Now, obviously you can walk through it. As I said earlier, you can't, but obviously that means the passengers can't. You just couldn't let passengers loose in here and say, look, you know, there's not many seats in this carriage, but if you walk down right through the train to the other end into the other passenger carriages, then there's plenty of seats down there, but you'll have to walk through the power car, and you couldn't have like little kids walking down here to get from one end of the train to the other. Not many adults at all, really. So the power car was off limits, and there's quite a hell of a lot of equipment in here. If you think of the modern Pendolinos, how everything is, you know, not a lot of space on top, but luggage racks are narrower where the thingamajigs, where the power comes in, but everything else seems to be underneath. You can walk right through the train, and this whole section, this whole carriage, this car, is devoted to all the machinery and mechanisms needed to make this bloody thing work. So it's quite remarkable, really. But yeah. That's your little tour of the advanced passenger train power car. I think this was episode 7 of my little tour. So I'll now pause again and come back for part 8, my final part. Right, back on board. Oh, jeez, gave me a shock, dude. A little mock-up of the toilet in there with a man in it. Don't know if he's meant to be staff or with a jacket like that on. I hope so. Yeah. There's a video on DVD actually. Of the history of the train. But yeah, part 8 I think this is. What is it, part 9? I think it's 8. Of my tour of the advanced passenger train. Now here we have the buffet car. Wow. Look at all that. All done out as it would have been in the 80s, with 80s design, Fanta, Sprite, Pepsi, Schweppes Diet Tonic Water, Schweppes Tonic Water on the top left, and what I hope are not original full bottles of Lamb's Navy Rum. I mean, actually I could look at this, I could reach over and get myself one of these, couldn't I? Sorry, if I point the camera at it, it's better for you. There's a couple of bottles there, look, with some left in. I wonder if they would miss one. But what is it? Cafe or something? Oh no, it's coffee, I think. Coffee. So maybe one of these Lamb's Rum would be nice. Something's had all the gin. There's no gin left. But there's quite a bit of rum left. But you know, I don't want to get barred out of the Crew Heritage Centre. I mean, imagine that. Imagine in the local press, man, he's barred from the Crew Heritage Centre for stealing a bottle of Lamb's Navy Rum from the 1980s. It does say do not touch displays, to be fair. I've only just seen that now. But, and I can see that all the cans of Guinness, oh, maybe not all of them, I think most of them have been opened. But anyway, let's carry on. So, what's this Vox Samson Special Premium Bitter used to be served here. There's people enjoying their food. Excellent. Moving on down, sturdy enough, very narrow here. I actually don't think you can get in, can we? But we can maybe get in here for a look. But of course, they wouldn't want you to, because you might do what I was going to do and make a bottle of rum. But interesting, extremely narrow this bit. So let's have a look. That's the kitchen then. I can only reach around and show you the actual kitchen. There you are, the Buffy car kitchen on the advanced passenger train. I've also got some like Big D nuts and Smith's Square crisps, Traveller's Fare, British Rail sandwiches. Got cheese and tomato only. No, I hope they're not original. I'm sure they are. Crunchy, Twix, Marathon. But who knows? These could be original items. But I doubt it, because the crisps I can see have been resealed. But they've got Kevin Keegan, who we see on the front of the Smith's crisps. And you'd have thought it would have been on the Tudor. There it is. Looking at the menu. So this APTP Advanced Passenger Train P Euston to Glasgow, Wednesday 12th December 1984. Dinner was asparagus soup with fresh cream, choice of chilled orange, grapefruit or tomato juice. And then the main was grilled Scotch salmon, steak with whatever butter, glazed carrots, whole grain beans, parsley and potatoes. Then you had coffee and mandarin cream gateau with fresh cream, and selection from the cheese board, salad and biscuits, and coffee with mince. How wonderful! Yeah. They have relabelled these cans as well, because the bottoms are the tops. But just looking down there, look at this. No, they are all open, but the bottles of Guinness seem to be full of something. Sorry. No, are they all cans? I thought there were some bottles there. No, they're all cans. So the cans of Guinness are empty, but the Lamb's Navy rum is full. But you're not allowed to touch the display items. So there you go. The buffet car of the advanced passenger train. APTP, as it said there, the P variant, it said on the menu. And again here, look, this is what people were dining on Wednesday the 12th of December in 1984. And if you couldn't afford the full menu, then as I said earlier, you were able to get a Traveller's Fare, British Rail, cheese and tomato sandwich and a packet of crunchies if you wanted, or just a packet of KP, dry roasted, or Smith's Big D. Big D. They also had Max Packs quality drinks. Oh, some less bread. Interesting. So as I say, that was part 8, I think, of my tour of the advanced passenger train. We're now back in the seating area. We've tested the tables and everything earlier. Let's look at that. I mean, would you put even look at that? Can you see that moving? Would you even put your cheese sandwich on there? Cheese and Bartasani and lose it. I'll just pause here. Preston Station. And then the next will be part 9, I believe. VIPs the final part. I said this was the final part, but soon will be. I mean, no doubt you can look this up, whatever's playing, and watch it yourself. So yeah, I just thought I'd switch around to the other view for part 9, front camera, part 9 of my tour of the advanced passenger train. I'm just in carriage getting towards the driver's end, well, the driver's end if you go to London. And it's pretty much the same as it was before. Just haven't. Yeah, this is a luggage area. Look, you can't see now because we just went around. Bit of luggage area here. Yeah. And again, these horrible carpets. Horrible carpets. Some of these seats need upholstered. I'm guessing this would have been a luggage area, actually. But it could have been more, I don't know. Look like seat mounts, who knows. But anyway, as I say, this is the final part of my tour of the advanced passenger train. It's been nice looking round. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I don't know what that is. It's not someone's Halloween wig, I hope. Today is the 19th of October. Saturday the 19th of October. So it could be someone's Halloween wig. Could be an original British Rail Halloween wig. But let's have a feel. No, it's not. It's some sort of gauze. Oops, shit. I'll put it back. It just shows there's a gap. That just shows up that gap there actually, which I hadn't really taken much notice of. A little flaw in the design. But yeah, it's been nice looking around. Once more, I'll do what I've never done till I got on this train. I'll pull the emergency alarm. Penalty for improper use £50. Like every other time I've pulled it bar one by now. You can't get it back in. But someone will have a square key, and we'll be able to, I'm sure. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. It's been nice looking around the advanced passenger train. I'll say goodbye for now and have a chat with the guard while he's having a piss. Why you'd have a toilet with a clear transpex window, I don't know. But I'm assuming it wasn't another lack of British Rail engineering, but in fact to let you see into the toilet without actually knocking the mannequin over. But yeah, I talk about all the plastic bits and everything, but as I say, the traction stuff, the tilting mechanism was fundamentally sound, and then it was sold, I think, to the Italians, was it, who then gave us it back in this train's cousins who run on that line just over there on the West Coast main line. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. Just one final note, they should have given it more time and got it a bit brighter. Don't think it was Margaret Thatcher personally that pulled the plug, was it? But the press gave it a big slating. And his cousin ran past again. But yeah, sadly they didn't perfect it, but they've been trying to for ages. But fundamentally, I think, as I say, it was sound, and they just abandoned it, really. I think the press had a lot to do with it. Well, we'll leave with one final look at a British Rail electrical socket to plug in the, well, I have the Hoover, I'm guessing here, because this isn't the passenger area. And nobody needed to charge their mobile phones on these trains. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Here's something I didn't really look at earlier. This is the first class coach, the only one left in existence apparently on the advanced passenger train. So I think this is part 9, is it 10 of my advanced passenger train tour. Let me just check out these seats. Oh, wow, yeah, nice and reclining, very good. The tables, I was going to say the tables, yeah, the tables are a bit more solid actually. Yeah, the armrests don't come a bit tighter, so, oops. Yeah, very nice, look at that. Reclining first class seats on the advanced passenger train. Excellent. Very good. There's the layout of the carriages. So the advanced passenger train, first class car, last one in existence. Again, another guard's office, or whatever you call it, room, office. Let me just pause here for a second. Hello, Jonathan again, part, it's either 9B or 10B, I don't know. There's the APT cousin going past again. But yeah, so I'm in the advanced passenger train, first class carriage, and we have fully reclining, well, not fully reclining, but reclining seats. Upright, recline. So that's quite comfortable actually. What you just want to do though is put your feet up on the opposite seat, and that would actually probably, I'll show you, kind of makes you want to put your foot up. Can you see that? On the opposite seat while you're reclining, but that's obviously going to have another passenger over there a lot of the time. You're probably not supposed to put your feet up on the seats anyway. But yeah, I think they're locking up now. I'm living on borrowed time. I'm sure they're about to lock up because the old train spotter type guys are leaving, so I'm sure I've got to leave too. But yeah, it was nice to have a look around the advanced passenger train, and just a final look there in the first class cabin. Goodbye.